Hey everyone, what's up? Newbie Snake here. How are you all doing today? Alright, so today we've received a bunch of news regarding some updates and some upcoming events. I'll go through every single one of them with you guys in details. So let's get started. Alright, so the first one we have is the ranking event that is over, the one where we're fighting Kabuto or Sage Mode Kabuto. So in this news, it's just telling you guys that the event has ended, which we all know by now. And right now, it's in the process of calculating the points, the ranks, and stuff, etc. All right. So they're saying they're planning to have these all calculated by September 30th, 18 o'clock. All right. And after that, they should be distributing the rewards. All right. So the reason why I'm putting this news like right here first is because, you know, in the past, I always get comments asking me, when are we getting the rewards? When are we getting the rewards, etc. So it's telling you that it'll take at least, 1 to 2 more days for them to calculate, and then they'll start distributing, all right? So don't expect to have your gifts right at like 18 o'clock, September 30th. So at least give them like 2 to 3 more days after that calculation, all right? Or maybe up to 5 days. So what I'm saying is eventually they will come, all right? So that's the answer for those of you who will be asking me, all right? And secondly, we have the character balancing news that we have received now. All right, so I believe it's all done. It will be implemented soon, or has it been implemented? I'm not too sure. It says September 28th, 18 o'clock, so Japan's time. So it might have already been updated. So first up, we have the Sage Mode Naruto, the exclusive version, all right? The Super Ninja Festival exclusive version, 6 stars, Sage Mode Naruto. And what has changed? This is the first part of the change. I'll go through what he has really been changed later on, but they just want us to all, know this first. Is that the description of, the splash damage has changed, but nothing has changed in terms of effects. They just want to correct the description. You know how there's this skill number 1, it does blah 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 damage, and then it'll deal splash damage to the whole team, right? So they have changed the description to being it'll deal a large amount of splash damage to the whole team, but the effect is exactly the same. You just want to correct it so it aligns with other characters that does large amounts of splash damage. All right, and then I'll go through the details for Sage Mode Naruto in a second. So now let's go through the list one by one. The first one, or the first 4, are the New Year's kimono units. All right, so the first one is Utsumaki Naruto, but the female version that's wearing kimono. All right, so this one, what has changed is the skill. I believe this is the skill 1. It's the one where you summon like a thing. So before the change, what it does is it deals 4 times your attack damage as attack to the enemy's whole team. After the change, now it does 5 times the attack damage as the attack to the enemy's whole team. And then the second part has also changed. And before, it will say if your opponent is under the confusion status, you will deal an additional 2 times the damage to the enemies. All right, and also it will remove their confusion status. But it has all changed now. All right. So the second part of the change is this. So first part is it'll deal 5 times the attack damage as attack to the enemy's whole team. Secondly, it will have a chance to cause confusion and paralysis to your enemy's whole team now. So it has its own ability to put them under the confusion status and paralysis status so that it will trigger the bonus. All right. So if your opponent is under paralysis, so if they're paralyzed, you will deal an additional 2 times the damage. And if your opponent is under confusion status, it'll deal an additional 1.5 times the damage. And if they're under both paralysis and confusion status, the max damage bonus you'll deal is 3 times the damage. So it will be 3 times to 5 times. All right. So that's what's been changed. He has been buffed a lot. So that's pretty cool. Well, on paper anyway. So I'm not too sure, when in reality, when you're using him, if he's like that good or not. But on paper wise, it seems to be pretty buffed. And then secondly, we have Hinata. This is the kimono Hinata. Again, the Japanese New Year celebration one. Over here, the one of the skill has been changed. I believe, again, it's skill number 1. It's the attacking skill. Before the change, what it does is it deals 2 times the attack damage to the enemy's whole team, and also a chance to cause confusion. Now, it will deal 5 times the attack damage as attack to the enemy's whole team, and also a chance to cause confusion. And also, there's this second part that's added on, is the higher amount of HP you have, the more damage you will deal. So if, let's say, your HP is at maxed level, you will deal 2.5 times bonus damage. All right, so Hinata over here has gotten a pretty good buff, I think. And then third character, we have the Tsunade. This is, again, the Kimono Tsunade. I believe this is skill 1 as well. So before the change, what she does is she'll deal 8 times the attack damage as attack to a single target enemy. And also there's a chance to debuff the enemy's agility by 50%. And now, after the change, what it does is it'll ignore the enemy's defense by 30%, and then dealing 8 times the attack damage as attack to a single target enemy. And also there's a chance to decrease the enemy's agility by 50%. So, nothing much has really changed for this Tsunade except for ignoring the enemy's defense by 30%, so which is great. All right, so over here, we have the fourth character, 5 stars Jiraiya. Again, this is the New Year's Jiraiya, the one in kimono. I don't think males' clothing is called kimono, but yeah, those Japanese cultural uniform or clothing. So that Jiraiya. So before the change, again, I believe this is skill number 1. Before the change, what it does is it deals 5 times the attack damage as attack to a single target enemy. And there's a chance to put the enemy under paralysis status. And then also, if your enemy is under like a debuff for agility, what it does is it'll deal 2 times the damage to that enemy. Like 2 times the bonus damage on top of your 5 times, all right? And after the change, what it does is it deals 6 times the attack damage as attack to a single target enemy, instead of 5 times. And then also there's a chance to cause paralysis effect on them. And also, if the enemy is under an agility debuff, then your bonus damage will be 2.5 times instead of 2 times. All right, so 2.5 times on top of 6 times the damage to a single target enemy. All right, then finally, let's talk about Uzumaki Naruto, the Sage Mode Naruto. Again, Super Ninja Festival exclusive one, the very first Sage Mode Naruto that we got in this game. And then we also have the Anbu Itachi, which I'll go through after Naruto. So for Naruto, this is the first skill, Rasen Shuriken. And before the change, what it does is it deals 7% plus 10,000 damage to a single target enemy. And then also it'll deal a large amount of splash damage to the enemy's whole team. Again, it's already changed a large amount here. That's why they had us read that information beforehand. And then what it changed after that is it'll deal 7% plus 10,000 damage to a single target enemy. And also, if your Naruto is under an agility buffed status, so if your agility is being buffed, then you deal an additional 2 times the damage. So that's a new thing that we never had before. So as long as your agility is being buffed, you'll deal 2 times additional damage. And also, it'll cause a large splash damage to the enemy's whole team. All right, so skill number 2. And again, it's pretty funny because both his skill number 1 and skill number 2 does not buff himself. So you have to have someone else to buff him. All right, skill number 2 is also changed. What it does before is it ignores the enemy's defense by 70%, and then dealing 5 times his attack damage as attack to a single target enemy. And after the change, the rate of, where you're ignoring the enemy's defense has gone down, but the overall attack has been buffed. So what it does is it'll ignore the enemy's defense by 50%, and then dealing 5 times the attack as attack damage as attack to a single target enemy. And also, if your enemy, if your enemy is under a buffed status for their attack damage, so if their attack is being buffed for your enemy, then you'll deal an additional 2.5 times damage to that enemy. All right. So you have to rely on the enemy using attack buff first, and then using skill number 2 will trigger a special effect. Otherwise it'll just deal the 5 times attack damage as attack and ignoring the enemy's defense by 50%. So it's kind of situational now, like more situational now. Before, you wouldn't really use skill 2 anyways, because most of the bosses have tons of defense. But I guess it's good. So over here, finally, we have Itachi, Anbu Itachi. All right, this is, I believe, skill number 1 or 2. It's the weapon AoE skill. All right, so for those of you who have him, you guys should know which skill I'm talking about. So before, what it does is it deals AoE damage. It ignores the enemy's defense by 30%, and then dealing 6 times your attack damage as attack to the enemy's whole team. And then also, if your team or if your enemy is under the Genjutsu status, you will deal an additional 3 times damage to them. And then also there's a chance to lower down their agility by 30%, right? So after the change, what it does is it'll ignore the enemy's defense by 30% and dealing 6 times your attack damage as attack to the enemy's whole team. So this part hasn't changed. And also there's a chance to lower down their agility by 30%. This part hasn't changed as well. And then over here, if your enemies are in the Genjutsu status, you will deal an additional 3 times the damage bonus. This part hasn't changed as well. So they have added on a new thing though. If you're under an agility buff, all right, so if you are having agility buff status, then you will deal an additional 2 times the bonus damage on top of everything beforehand. So the maximum number of damage bonus you can deal is up to 6 times. So it'll be 6 times 6. So that's pretty cool. So basically what Anbu Itachi and Naruto has changed is the agility buff status. So if you guys have both Anbu Itachi as well as Naruto, just make sure you have like a team support buff to buff your agility. So that's the character balance. It was a big one. So now let's move on to the smaller ones right here. So on September the 30th, 18 o'clock, Japan's time, the premium mileage shop as well as the regular ninja mileage shop, they will be having a store reset. Again, it happens every month or end of every month. So after the reset, all of the like the number of amount of times you can trade for a certain item has been reset as well. And as well, the premium mileage shop, we probably will be getting some new stuff. All right. So the usual ninja mileage shop, like the regular one, they usually just reset the amount of how many times you can trade for a certain amount of, certain items. They rarely, give you new items there. But the premium mileage shop will have something new, I believe. So yeah, look forward to that, because usually what it does is the amount of ninja stones you can trade for, it has been reset, then you can get more ninja stones. So also for those of you who haven't purchased any premium mileage ninja stones yet, remember those will probably be reset as well. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, like using your premium mileage to trade for ninja stones, definitely go ahead and do that. But if you guys are saving up for like upcoming characters, then of course don't do that, right? And also on September 30th from 18 o'clock onwards to 72 hours, so like for only 3 days, we will be getting the premium mileage times 2 campaign. All right, so meaning whenever you spend 1 gem, instead of getting 2 premium mileage points back, now it's 2 times that, so you get like 4 premium mileage back. So that's what's going to be upcoming. And also over here we have an upcoming Super Ninja Festival. All right, so I'll show you guys this. September 30th from 18 o'clock to October 3rd, 1759, we'll be having a brand new Super Ninja Festival. I'll go through the characters in a second, because there's another promotion for this where it's just not like, letters and stuff. But anyway, so over here, the first multi-summon that we'll be doing will only cost us 30 gems. The second multi-summon that we will be doing is going to cost us 40 gems. And I believe everything after that will cost you the regular 50 gems. But that's cool because we got a huge discount for the first 2 multi-summons. And for those of you who have like 70 gems right now or below, or even if you guys have tons of gems, but just save them up now because this will be like a good one, I believe. So over here, every single multi-pull that we do, this time for this Super Ninja Festival will guarantee you a 5 stars character. Again, it's not going to guarantee you the new 5-star characters, but any 5 stars character, it's going to guarantee you every single multi-pull. That's pretty cool. So let's get into more details into it. So this is the Super Ninja Festival that is upcoming. So this is only a 72 hours limited time Super Ninja Festival. It's only going to last for 3 days. All right, so if you guys want to pull, then definitely pull now. So these 2 characters are the new characters that are being introduced: the 6th path Naruto and the 6th path Sasuke. And these ones are just 5 stars character right now, but it already says they will be having their 6 stars version, like awakening, after that. All right, so it's not going to happen during that time, but after that we'll probably be getting them back. And also, the Ninja Festival tags, they're bringing that back as well. So if you guys have like up to 20 Ninja Festival tags, then you guys can trade for them or trade for a ticket to get either one of them, right? But obviously, when they come out, I'll make a video on it so you guys will know more details about it. And also, it says the past Super Ninja Festival exclusive characters will also be featured in this 3-day Super Ninja Festival as well, so you guys will have a chance to get them. All right, so if you guys want like the Hashirama or Tsunade or whatever, they will be making a comeback too. I'm not too sure the iOS and the Android and the Night guy will be making a comeback in this one though, but for sure the Super Ninja Festival exclusive characters will be making a comeback. So the ones you see in the beginners Super Ninja Festival gacha, you guys will see those. All right, so again, the sharing campaign for your Line as well as Twitter will be from September 29th to September 30th, 1759. So about 1 day. And after that, from September 30th to October 3rd, we will be having the 3 days event. Okay. So over here we have, Naruto. I totally forgot when he was holding the staff, and what is he holding on the right hand? Anyways, I believe that's like what the 6th path sage used to hold, and the skill he'll be using, it's cool. We were just talking about it with some of my viewers in the comment section about the Biju Dama, right? It'll be cool, we were saying, if he can use Biju Dama. I was also talking about this with my friend as well. So yeah, this time he is going to be using his Biju Dama, so that's very cool. We don't know how that'll work, like if he's standing like in front of the Nine Tails and doing that thing that Tien from Dragon Ball does, where he shoots out the little triangle thing, or if he's just casting it on from his hand. I'm not too sure, but that'll be cool to see. And then over here we have Sasuke. He will be using the Susanoo Chidori. All right, I don't really remember how that works, but anyways, that'll be something to look forward to as well. Again, we don't have any details regarding the damage and stuff. I'll go through that when it comes out. All right. And over here, it's just usual stuff. 300 shares online, we'll get this. 300 retweets, we'll get this, etc., etc. All right. The only difference is after 10,000 shares online, we also are getting some extra stuff too. So from 12,000 shares, we get 20 of these 6 stars 6 stars level up materials. And then at like 15,000 shares, we will hit this thing. And this is what this does is for 7 days, we will have like stamina reduced by half. All right, for 7 days. So any or all participating events or missions will have like half stamina off event. So usually it applies to a lot of the missions. Sometimes some of them doesn't get applied, but most of them do. So that's it. That's all the news there is. Well, at least for today for the Super Ninja Festival. Now let's go through this other one. So this is a new event. It says new event. This is called Big Extreme Battle Mission. So it's kind of like the raid slash boss missions that we've received before, but it's not really. It's kind of different. So this is a new event. It's called Big Extreme Battle Mission. So what this is pretty cool. So I'll just read through everything there is, and you guys will know. So the event will start off at stage 1, all right, and then you can go up to different stages, all right. So depending on what stages you clear, you receive different rewards, okay. And during this period of time, or during this mission, this new event, we will have a chance to get a cost 32 5 stars 1010. This is a new one, all right. And this is kind of different from the past, like raid or boss or anything. That's why they call it a new event, and it's like a big extreme battle mission. So for stage 1 to stage 20, these will be released on September 30th, 19 o'clock Japan's time, and then you can only do these, all right, stage 1 to stage 20. When it's October 3rd, 18 o'clock, they will then release stage 21 all the way up to stage 30. So these are the total amount of stage. And during, like, when you're clearing the stages, you will be able to get the following rewards, depending on the stages, of course, right? So you might, or you will be able to get Ninja Stones and the 5 stars 1010 and Nindo level increased item. It doesn't say 3 stars, 4 stars, or 5 stars, but just Nindo level increased item. And then Rock Lee training material, 6 star training material, and then some lower level training materials, gold, etc. All right, so we don't know, when we'll be getting these rewards, like according to which stages. All right, but you guys will find out when this big extreme battle mission comes out. And then over here it says, during the stages they will have different requirements. So sometimes they'll require you to have only Konoha village characters, and then sometimes they'll ask you to use only red type attribute units, and some of them will have like you must use 3 units or below, or in total, for your special requirements. All right, so for some of the stages, or if it's like all combined, like only 3 characters, only red characters, and only Konoha village units, right? So I'm not too sure, but when it comes out, I'll do a cover on it because it's a newer event that we've never really gotten before. It's a new thing, so I'll spend some time go through the details with you guys. If I forget, leave me comments below, and I'll get to that. All right. And then finally, I know you guys have been waiting for me to talk about this, is the voting. All right, so now, since yesterday, I believe, we can now vote, okay, for the SMB characters. And a lot of you guys have been asking me how to vote. So here's how to vote, all right? But before that, let me go through the details again, because there are tons of details, and I think you guys will like it. So over here, this is the amount of total ballots that you have. For those of you who are not so familiar with English, ballots is like your voting tickets, all right? So ballots. So over here, we have 4, I have 4 total ballots right now. So some of you have different ones depending on how many you've used up. And then over here, we have a daily voting bonus, all right? So I missed out on yesterday. I'll tell you guys the story later on if you guys are interested. But anyway, so we have a daily voting bonus. And every day you vote, you get 1 Ninja Stone. So that's very cool, because every day when you log in, they will give you at least 1 voting ticket or ballots, right? So every day at least you guarantee you'll get a Ninja Stone. So make sure to vote every single day. Don't miss out on one day, because you're gonna miss out on the Ninja Stones, and because this will last for a very long time, right? The voting. So you guys will end up like getting a lot of stones and tickets and stuff. So again, here are all the characters that we can vote for. All right, but before that, gotta go through these things. So again, it'll last from September 28th, 15 o'clock, which has started, all the way to October 5th. All right, and there are different ways of obtaining the ballots. I'll go through the other 2 ways. But the first way is just through daily logins. The first day you get 1, second day you get 1 ballot, third day you get 2. So today I got 2. So total I got 4, right? I actually missed out on previous 2 days for the voting. Actually, no, never mind. Voting started yesterday, so I just missed out on 1 day. Anyway, so I have a total of 4 tickets now. The 4th day, which is tomorrow, we'll get 3 tickets or ballots. 5th day we get 3. 6th day we get 5. The 7th day we'll get 7 ballots. 8th day we'll get 10. A total of 32 ballots that we can get through logging in alone. All right. So the second way is through clearing some special challenges. I'll go through that in a second. And the total you can get for that is about 18. Third way, I'll show you that as well, is through the mileage trading shop, the Ninja Mileage Trading Shop, and it's super cheap. You just need to spend 200 Ninja Mileage and then you can get 1 ballot. So the total you can get is up to 50 ballots. And the whole total number of ballots you can get, like through completing all of the previous 3 steps, is 100 ballots. So basically, each player can vote, have 100 ballots to vote. If you guys have to just vote for one character, then you guys will have 100 votes for that character. All right, providing if you guys completed all of the requirements, right? So that's it for that. And again, over here, just saying daily voting bonus. So each day you should be getting one Ninja Stone. All right. And then over here, it says on October 5th, 1459, once the voting for in-game votes is over, within 1 hour, we will see the results of the votes. And during in between the votes on September 30th, from 15 o'clock to about 3 days time, they will show the temporary placing. Personally, I sometimes don't like that because once you see it, you get discouraged, right? Let's say you really want Choji to be in, and then after September 30th, we actually see the rankings of the votes and stuff. You'd be like, oh, so Itachi's winning by I don't know, 50,000. Then you kind of don't want to vote for Choji anymore, and then you try to vote for someone else, right? But whereas if you never see the ranking, it'll be interesting, right? But anyhow, it's their game. They're deciding to do it this way, and I'm sure a lot of you guys actually like seeing the ranking, or at least the temporary ranking and stuff, so you guys can decide whether or not you guys should still be voting for the ones you're voting for, right? Or maybe just vote for your second best character that's already on the top 10, right? But yeah, so again, remember guys, it's not just top 3, it's going to be the top 10. But for the top 5, they will be guaranteed a 6 stars awakening character. And then for the 6th to the 10th character, they will be put in line again. Line is like WhatsApp, all right, or WeChat or whatever. And they will just vote for the top 2 out of from 6th place to 10th place. So this time, whenever you guys see the temporary placement, just know that the top 10 will have a chance. So not just the top 3 or top 4, all right? So if you guys, see one of your favorite characters at the 10th spot, you guys can still vote for that character because they will have a chance to get on. That's why I'm saying that again to you guys. All right, so over here on October 3rd, 15 o'clock to about 6 days period of time, they will have another temporary ranking placement for us to see, all right? And then again on October 5th, 1459, once the in-game voting has been completed, within 1 hour we'll see the results, okay? The reason why I think between October 3rd to the 6 days period is because once the in-game is finished, the line will start, right? So yeah. So yeah, that's about it. And one last thing, I hope I'm not reading this wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right on this one. But if I'm wrong, please correct me on this. So they're saying the reason why we don't see the initial, it says the entry characters, meaning if you guys remember, when you guys first completed the tutorial, you have a chance to get the version 1 5 stars Naruto, the Wind type 1, the Shippuden Naruto where he's holding a Rasengan, or the 5-star Sasuke, or the 5-star Sakura, and 5-star Kakashi, right? These are the all version 1 5 stars character, Team 7 characters. The reason why we don't see these 4 cards within the SMB voting is because they said that they have already decided to have 6 stars awakening for these entry characters, for these 4 cards. So that's why we're not seeing them. So they will eventually get their 6 stars awakening as well. Not too sure if they'll be happening along with the 7 characters that will be getting it, but at least they're having some news update for us here. Because at first I was also wondering, like, why don't we see the entry starter characters? But they have already addressed this issue. So they will, well, if I'm reading the Japanese correctly, all right, they will be getting their 6 Stars Awakening. If I'm wrong, please let me know down below. Yeah, but we can wait for that. So now, for the question that you guys have all been waiting for, or the answer that you guys have all been waiting for, how do I vote? So click on this banner right here. Right here, when you click on the news. All right, so how to access the news? This middle button, click on the news. All right, wait till it loads up. Then over here, right here, this campaign button, click on it. Then you see, well, not the black screen. You're supposed to see this. Yep. So you're going to see this now. And then wait till the characters load up and then vote for them. So for example, my top 3 choice will definitely be version 1 for Hokage, because I've never really, gotten to use him. Then the Sharingan Kakashi, or Kamui Kakashi. And then we have the Itachi over here. This is super useful, right? So top 3 choice, definitely, well, my top 3 choice at least, are these 3. So let's say, give a vote for Hokage, 4th Hokage. So click on him. It'll say how many you want to vote. Because so far I have 4, right? I'm just going to give him 2. Once you're done, click this done button over here. Well, if you're on iOS, right? I don't know how the layout is for Android. And then once you're selected, it'll confirm your tickets, right? So 2 ballots, and then click on this huge orange button to vote. So bam, I clicked on it, wait till it loads. Then you've spent 2 tickets, all right? So for example, I want to vote for this Kakashi again. I'm just going to click on him. All right. Oh, whoops, it was still waiting for it to load. So now I got my daily 1 Ninja Stone, and it says you have put in 2 ballots for him, cast 2 votes, and that's it. So over here, this is the daily one. Now it's completed. Now I only have 2 tickets left, right? 2 ballots left. So now I'm going to vote again, just to show you guys this again. So click on Kakashi. Well, for me, I'm clicking on Kakashi. You click on the orange button below, all right? Don't really click on it. When you click on him, you see the description box popping up. So click on the orange button right below him with the 2 Japanese characters. And then I'm going to vote. I'm going to give him 1 vote, right? Just click on it. And then bam, it'll say you voted once for Kakashi. And then finally, my final ticket or ballot, again, will go to this Itachi right here. I'm going to click. And bam, it'll show up a notification again. It's just loading. Again, I'm having internet issues. So that's it. That's how you vote for that. And then on to how are you going to get more ballots. All right, so let's go through the shop. Click on the trading shop. And then we're going to click on the Ninja mileage shop. Over here, all right, guys, it only costs you 200 mileage. So click on trade. Then depending on how many you want. For me, I kind of want the max, but you can only get 10 every time. So I'm just going to keep clicking on it. All right. So click on this, click on trade, and then bam, then that's done. So now I have 40 times left. So I can get up to like 50 times in total, right? So 40 times left. After you get that, then it's over. You can't trade it anymore. So I'm just going to exit this. I'm just going to do that on my own time. And finally, I'm going to show you the last step of getting more ballots. All right. So click on the challenge page right here, and then click on the 4th tab. This is the special challenge. All right. So over here, I'm going to read out every single one of them for you. And then, yeah, and you guys just do that. You guys will get your ballots. All right. So by completing each special challenge, you will get 3 ballots. All right, the first one is you just need to complete your regular story missions 5 times. So complete any story mission 5 times, or complete like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 times, all right? Or just do like chapter 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 5 times. So any story mission 5 times, you will get 3 ballots. Secondly, you need to complete the daily missions 10 times. The daily ones are like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Friday, etc. All right. I know I missed Thursday and Saturday. I did that on purpose. So anyways, so complete 10 of those. So just do any one of them 10 times, or just do 10 in total. So for those of you who are looking for getting like frogs or snakes or whatever to awaken your characters, you guys will need to do these daily missions anyways. Do them, you get 3 ballots. Thirdly, you need to, this one is the harder one, I believe. Or actually, no, this one's not the harder one. This one is just to level up your ninjas 10 times. So level up any like 10 ninjas or 1 ninja 10 times. A total of 10 times leveling up will give you 3 ballots, all right? So what you just need to do, you guys can be smart as well. Like let's say you need to feed one character 5 Rock Lee training material, right? Just feed him or her 5 individual times, not like all at once. Then you complete 5 times, right? So yeah, just do that. So over here, you need to awaken your characters 3 times in total. So this is the harder one because you need to awaken characters 3 times. So awaken 3 different characters or 1 character 3 times, doesn't matter. You get 3 ballots. And then over here, you need to sell 10 times. Then you get 3 ballots. So again, if you need to sell like 10 items, just sell them each individually. All right. So if you have to sell like A, B, C, D, E, just sell A first, sell B secondly, sell C, etc. Then you get this faster. All right. Then fourth, or not fourth, this is like 7th or whatever. Lastly, I was reading 4 over here. Anyways, lastly, this is the last challenge. You need to pull on the Friends Gacha 20 times in total, and you get 3 ballots, all right? Again, you can do single pulls 20 times. That works as well. Doesn't have to be multi-summon. So 3 ballots once you've done that. And that's all the 3 different methods of getting more ballots, all right? So this is like very fairly long video because most of the things I talked about are like big updates and events and stuff. So I had to go through all the details for you guys. So I hope whoops, sorry, I can't even speak there. So I hope you guys find this video helpful, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button because it'll definitely help out my channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe for more quality content. And as always, I'll see you all in my next video. Take care and bye now.